Were you, or were you not, on a gay cruise?
Now, you're 120% dick pic.
Everybody that age, they're sperminator.
Yeah.
We don't care about anything else. We're walking hard on looking for a hole.
That's. I have to say you're right on that one. Oh, my God.
A stiff breeze comes through the room, and you return the favor.
Got her in. Oh. Somewhere on the outside of this building, there is a hole where squirrels come in.
Better than a hole where dicks come in.
Yeah, better than that.
Going down the stairs to wash the laundry. What the hell? Shh. Pizza. Stop! Stop it now! I order you to stop! I'm still touching myself.
Yeah!
All young bitches want to do is pop pills, smoke weed, get drunk, lay around, suck dick, eat hot Cheetos, charge they phone, get a sew and weave, twerk, be bisexual, eat McDonald's, wash they pussy in the sink, lie, take selfies, and talk shit through Wi-Fi because they phone never on.
I think washing they pussy in the sink is my favorite part. The Vietnamese trade in dongs. Figuratively and literally, I'm sure.
Oh, my God, that's hilarious.
I did decide to look it up. 500,000 dongs is a good night for Pop's ex.
Like most women, he's an emotional thinker.
Good God.
I mean, that's part of the problem we're having now in our society is we have a bunch of emotional thinkers that want the world to, to fall in line with their emotions. That's not... look, reality doesn't give a shit about emotions.
It's my lived truth. Fuck your lived truth.
No, it's not. It's your perspective.
Kiss my ass.
Literally like, hey, Sergeant Pop, you got to turn your bear suit. I'm like, over my dead body. No. Just give me a statement of charges. Yeah. You're never getting this back. Yeah. You can suck it.
I'm going to wear this with my Russian coat.
you will bury me in this. Hey! Why you got to fucking be like that, man?
Because I'm an asshole, and I learned from the best. I'm sitting across from him, and I'm pointing at you with all four fingers.
All right, first of all, the Russian jacket is World War II surplus.
I'll send you a picture of it, Sarge.
Yeah, okay.
I got you standing wearing it with holding two giant buckets like you just collected all the chum from behind the dump dumpster at the bar, and you're going to go home and make ice cream out of it. What's going on, you Tesla taint ticklers? Welcome to Grunt Speak.
Live from the lair.
Digital Dave's back in the house. He's not wearing a hat for a change.
I'm not. I still have that other one. I like the little thing that you put underneath there. Yoga homo.
Yoga homo, yes.
All right. Fair enough.
Yogi Bear.
Fair enough.
I do not want to see what's in your picnic basket.
The picnic basket.
Ridiculous.
Keep it to yourself.
Also, to all the supporters out there, I need you to log in this Sunday
Sunday.
because I am putting together the touring features for Boxed Wine in Catland. It might be,
Yes.
if we get a big enough list, it actually might be a two-parter.
Yeah, you got to stop off for drinks at the Prolapse Pub. Yeah. You got to buy some jewelry at Clitter.
Yeah. Clitter.
And make sure you stop off in the state capital, Menopause, spelled MENOPAWS.
And the island is served by 2 ferries.
Emphasis on ferry.
Companies. One is Reasons and Vagina. And the other one, the bigger one, is Meth and Dicks.
Meth and Dicks, yes.
And there's a highway that leads right up to that from the mainland of, I can have it all.
I can have it all. Where? Now that's their equivalent of Costco.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can have it all. Boss babes.
That'll be called Cuntco.
Yeah, the unemployment agency is called Boss Babes. It's just bad. It's bad time. So aside from teaching yoga, Dave, what have you been up to, man?
Just doing that corrective physical therapy stuff, getting some clients.
Got to work on your pelvic tilt?
Working on those glutes, man.
I don't want to know.
That pelvic thrust.
Oh, God.
There you
Easy
go.
with that.
So, yeah, it's been all right. It's been good.
Good. You've been
Good
making
for the-
money?
Well, I mean, starting off,
I got you.
We'll see.
You got to
We'll
pay
see.
your dues.
Yeah, doing that and gonna do some analytics and then have a little bit more time though, popping around here and whatnot. But yeah, it's been working out. There's and anybody around here, email me. I can give you stuff. I've had a couple guys have been able to help. One, his hip was really bad. I've been able to work that out with them over the past couple months. So it's been good. It's actually, I feel like you're helping a couple people.
Teaching some of these people with the cold bedrooms, the downward facing dog.
Downward dog, make it hurt.
Make it hurt, yeah.
I do not put an emphasis on self-esteem. They appreciate it.
You got to get him a bed frame that looks like those old medieval shackles. Like you remove the top of it, and you got the 3 holes, so you can put her head and arms through, and then you just slap that shit in place, and you just go to fucking town.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, mine is not the pacifistic approach.
Yeah.
I think it's appreciated though. Like I said, so I'm getting a following, like a little bit. People are coming in. So
Good.
I worry about
consistent.
anybody who likes to pacifist as their approach. Just saying.
Of course, this is only for the Detroit metro area in Michigan.
Of course, yeah.
So
no services to Boxed Wine and Catland.
no, people give it shit though. People like though that and like swimming too. But they're pretty intense workouts. Like very good like body weight and so come check it out.
All right.
So these are not the kind of people who would stuff their hands into the crack of their ass in broad daylight and wipe their fecal matter on a Tesla. Would they be these people by any chance?
No,
I
not
hope
the ones
not.
I associate with, because that is extreme emotional dysregulation, and I have a hard time with that.
For those of you who live under that rock, it's a rock worth living under, but this is what's happening now.
Crazy.
The Tesla teriyakyists are out there in farce doing stuff like this.
Do ba do ba do ba do ba do ba do ba do
God,
do ba do do do.
you could just smell the soy coming
Oh
out of this
my
dude's
God.
shit.
Well,
too.
see, this guy was probably like a mask wearer, and make sure you're vaccinated so you don't breathe on anything.
Well, he's a man with
Get this
tits.
shit,
I mean, what
you
else
know?
do you
Come
need to know?
So yeah, there you go.
All right, hang on.
He's
All
a man with tits.
let me get this straight here. All right, so just up until before the election, Elon Musk was better than sliced bread for the left.
Oh, yeah.
Never-
Instead of shoving his hands down his own pants to play with his own shit, he would have been licking the shit from Elon's asshole just 2 years ago.
Right. Until he bought Twitter.
Well,
He was the
yes.
man.
He was
the
absolutely the man. Yeah. He
Everybody
was the
loved him.
man until the people with the square heads and the square boxes said that he wasn't the man anymore.
Yeah.
And then the hashtag resist crowd, who have no sense of mental resistance whatsoever, were all too eager to jump on the hate bandwagon and ride it all the way to the scene of the crash.
Oh, they truly are useful idiots. I
They
mean,
are.
look how fast they changed.
Yep.
If your opinion changes that quickly because somebody decided to tell the truth, find fraud, allow free speech, you are a useful idiot. You truly are.
It's sad. It's really, really sad. And funny. I got to admit, this is damn funny.
Yeah, and all of those Tesla vehicles, they have what 5 to 7 cameras.
Yeah.
So if you screw with them, you're recorded.
These are people that aren't forward thinking. Every other house has a freaking ring camera.
I know.
Yeah.
The hell are you doing?
I'm just gonna play with my own ass and wipe it on stuff, and then I'll call the people with the red hats Trump pansies while you're literally playing with your own shit.
Yeah, look, man.
Hilarious.
And here's another thing. All of these individuals that are attacking and like the Tesla dealerships or doing other crazy things, they don't seem to realize if you do anything and you have one of these on your possession, your cell phone is constantly pinging the nearest towers. And they can literally go back up to a decade and be able to say where you've been within 50 meters going back over a decade.
Amazing.
And if you are one of these individuals who are getting paid to protest or paid to do violence or any of that other crazy shit, and somebody in your area has a cell phone, they're gonna get you.
Yep. And you'll have it coming all over your face, neck, back, and thighs with your man tits.
Yeah, and these
and your
listen,
fecal finger paintings.
Yeah, fecal finger painter guy. If he thinks he's going to actually fight the system, he's sorely mistaken.
Well, and all they're doing is punishing other leftoids. That's the
Correct.
funny thing. Well, 95% of the people who bought these things in all likelihood are leftoids who were completely on the Elon train until the media told them they shouldn't be anymore.
Yeah, a lot of them are putting signs on their car like, I bought this before Elon was a Nazi.
I'm going to sell it and buy a Volkswagen because I don't like Nazis. Think about it.
Uh-huh.
Think closely and think deep, balls deep. If you were capable of such thoughts, you wouldn't vote Democrat. But I'm just trying to help you out. That's all. Far be it for me to interrupt my enemy while they're making a mistake. I'm just saying.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Just let people go.
Here's the thing.
I'd be interrupting them all the time because all they do now is spew nonsense and make mistake after mistake after mistake, and they refuse to learn.
Because they've been indoctrinated into a cult.
Yeah.
You cannot free people from a cult with logic and reason. I mean, they are so far gone.
Yep.
You know, there's no helping them.
And they have made a sport out of dodging consequences. So it's like,
yeah.
And then when they do experience consequences, it's oppression, it's white supreme pizza, all these things that have Jack and shit to do with it. And Jack left town after he got done fucking your mom.
Well, that would be very disturbing nowadays.
A tad.
Considering where your mom is, yes.
Yeah.
That is the kind of fetish that I cannot wrap my head around it.
But it exists.
It does exist.
It does exist.
Rule 34. Yes.
Yes. Now, for those of you that don't know, my mother just got moved into a permanent care facility.
Yeah.
She's not doing very well. She's like, I went and saw her on Wednesday. She couldn't even sit up. She's so weak.
Shit.
So it's just a matter of time now.
Sorry, bro.
Yeah, it's all right. I went there and I gave her 2 scoops of 31 flavor ice cream. You know,
Did it hurt Evil Pop to have to part?
Yeah.
With such high caloric deliciousness?
Yes.
Okay.
It did. And plus, you know, I fed her some of the food that they gave her.
You got to get her some boffs.
Yeah, I took
the
lemon rice soup to her. She loves that stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everything from Bob's is just. I mean, it sounds stupid. It sounds like you're going to a brothel. Hey, babe, you want to meet me at Bob's tonight? What? I don't know. Should we just like pretend we don't know each other and meet up in the parking lot? Like,
No, I was driving by and I saw it. I'm like,
delicious food, man.
I'm like, Boffs. I gotta pull in there. What the fuck is it?
It turns out they have like a classic old market right next door. You can eat like meat and stuff there, and then not that kind of meat, Dave. Don't get excited. And then and then right next door you got the little carry-out joint that has all the awesome Mediterranean food.
You can eat in there now. There's a couple tables.
Bob's
okay,
great.
cool.
And they have a great meat bundle too.
Yeah, they do.
You not the kind you like, Blake.
You like the meat bundle?
Me likes the Blade bundle.
The meat bundle. I see. The thing that's great is that this is news to me,
No, I don't.
so I can just play this for you, Dave. Welcome.
We gotta play the Wiggle Dance. for Dave.
Hey, the Wiggle Dance was the trailer on Rumble. So
Oh,
if
yeah?
you're already watching over on Rumble, you've been watching the Wiggle Dance already today. But hey, you know what? What's good for the geese is
There
good
you
for
go.
the gander.
Oh, I missed that. Yeah. Oh, like all cocks missing me. They don't hit me like you, Blake.
it actually looks like it.
Who made this one?
Gendai made this
I
one.
like it. It's good. It's good.
The Wiggle Dance.
I'm sorry, but he returned from a long hiatus, and he will get fucked with.
Yeah, people were worried that this is what we did to him. I assure we didn't. That is not
That
what
doesn't
happened
get
to
old.
Dave.
Never gets old.
He's been the Yogo Homo.
It's okay.
Downward dog, buddy.
Downward dog, buddy.
Downward dog. Downward dog.
Downward dog.
In that lower
But
lumbar.
oh, hang on. I'm still getting used to this new thing that they're doing with the buttons.
That shit is there all the time,
Fix
too.
your shit, StreamYard, because you're pissing me off.
We'll just move to the other one that's cheaper.
Yeah, a bunch of rad bastards. We found some really. We were looking up subjects for tonight, and it's like they just fell in my lap.
There's so many.
There's so many, but I haven't played this graphic in a while, and it is absolutely time for This Week in
So
Wham.
if you've been hurt and it hurts real bad, or if you have feelings that are making you sad, then it's okay. It's okay to cry.
Indiana teacher accused of forcing teen boys to have group sexcapades with her while wearing scream masks.
I read about that.
Amazing. Married Indiana teacher.
Oh, wow.
Wonderful. Brittany Fortenberry. It kind of sounds like one of those special boxes of cereal you'd see around Halloween. Who met her victims, some as young as 13, at two different Morgan County schools in 2024, was hit with a slew of new abuse charges this week after 5 new alleged victims came forward. One of the boys told the police that Fortenberry reached out to him after a separate misconduct investigation, spent $600 on him and a group of boys, and then had them wear the horror movie masks while she was a mattress actress with all of them,
Can you
according to court
imagine
documents.
her
I will
husband?
say this, though. Jubblies are sort of on point. That's about it.
Can you imagine what's going through the mind of her husband right now?
Mm-hmm.
He's got to be totally humiliated.
Teen claimed Fortenberry had him bring his friends to her house. She gave them drugs and then boned them. The since-fired teacher allegedly drugged one of her victims repeatedly before assaulting and would threaten to off herself if victims said anything about the horrific abuse. Oh, women don't do that. They don't threaten self-deletion to get you to do what they want.
No, they never do that. No.
Never done that. Never in the history of the world.
Just tell them, hey,
Yep.
not at my place.
She also allegedly, of course, ass vaulted one teen whom she had asked to babysit her kids. Another victim accused Fortenberry of offering between $100 and $800 to boys for photos of their genitalia. One of her alleged victims told police that the boys said they didn't want to do it with her. She would repay them while saying, just let it happen. All the teens said Fortenberry would send them explicit, spicy photos and videos on the Snapchat and another app called Session.
Oh, she's going to jail.
Jail.
The brazenness.
I
Now,
know.
this is
The
the really,
brazenness.
this is the funny part. This is her excuse.
Hmm.
Married teacher allegedly sexually abused student sent photos of stripper pole and sex toys, but she blames it on her 150-pound weight loss. Yeah, apparently all of her common sense was in that 150 extra pounds.
Listen, when women lose a bunch of weight, they go nuts.
Yes, they do.
It does happen.
Yeah, it is not. It's yeah.
Oh, I'm hot now. I'm better than you. I can get whoever I want.
Yep.
Wow.
Especially if the husband didn't. If the wife really did like a big transformation and the husband didn't, it's gonna be.
I hope that
it's gonna be rough.
I hope to God she does actual time.
I hope so. I mean, there's no doubting the premeditation here. One of the victims told detectives that Fortenberry started sending him photos on Snapchat, then did it with him several times, including when she took him 70 miles away to the town of, you can't make this up, French Lick.
French
Lick. I guess that's her. I don't even know who this is. This must be her husband. Because it looks like it says Fortenberry on his thing, but I don't know. It's just, Nicholas Matthew Fortenberry. Way to dox the dude. Nice work, New York Post.
Wow.
That's crazy.
And she's more orange than Trump. That's good times. Yeah, there's the Jubblies again. You notice how even when they call a spade, they have to use the most attractive pictures of these women that they can find, even though this woman is just a 5. All right. But they have to put the pictures of the Jubblies on there just so people will understand.
Blake.
And then you have these assholes who always step forward. Where were these teachers when I was in school? You're part of the problem.
Blake, she's a 4.
It's fine. Everybody's a 4.
I have
Pop touching himself, watching Tales of the Crypt. I'd give the Crypt Keeper a 4.
Not my type.
Hillary, 4.
No, she's a 3.
You love Hillary, especially that one with the bouncing. Yeah,
just love her. You love her so much. You just can't wait to get her home and just snuggle.
So good and tasty.
I can't decide which role to play with next.
I'm happy for you guys. All you gotta do is find love, man. You'll be all right.
Swamp Donkey Hillary.
Maybe you can do the power croissant in the town of French Lick.
The power croissant.
The power croissant.
There you go.
I'm just made that up. I'm sure that there's something on Urban Dictionary called the power croissant.
It's going in the book.
If not, we're gonna make it.
The power croissant. That's when you fuck them Indian style. Oh, I'm sorry. It's crisscross applesauce now. Does everything have to be gay?
I don't know, man.
I didn't get that clip from that movie In and Out where Joan Cusack's like, "Is everybody gay? Is this the Twilight Zone?"
Netflix wants you to think at least half the block is.
Yeah.
So
that'd be a great meme, actually. Star Wars fans who skip directly from 1983 to 2019. Is everybody gay?
Yeah,
put a chicken and make her gay.
They ruined Star Wars.
They ruined it bad. Almost as much as these teachers love ruining their male students. I wish I was done. You remember our favorite teacher from a couple weeks ago, the one who decided that it would be a perfect idea to start diddling literal retards?
Yeah. That.
The special education teacher.
Right, stand by.
Oh, yeah, she's back.
Stand by.
What are we standing by for?
I spent a few years in special education. Like basically from 3rd grade up until the end of 7th grade.
Well, you were dyslexic. I was never diagnosed as a dyslexicist. They assumed I had anger problems. You never.
Yeah, because I did have anger problems because various fucking reasons. I'm not going to make excuses.
You're passionate,
but a lot of people got punched in the fucking mouth immediately. There wasn't any of this "I'll fight you after school" shit. And I wound up in special education. And there's a teacher out there, he's probably dead now, Mr. Jacobs, who changed my entire life. I never got a chance to thank that guy, but he did.
Glass to him. There we go. And to
your
mom, too.
And he had one leg shorter than the other. And we always used to tease him about it.
Gimpy?
Uh-huh.
There you go. I used to work for a dude who had one leg and had to walk on the prosthetic. We call him Circle Walker.
Yeah, well, he had one foot had like 4-inch thick fucking soles because the leg was shorter than the other.
Like way shorter.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
We used to call him Frankenfoot.
Frankenfoot, Frankenberry, Fortenberry. You can see how I was thinking about cereal there.
Yeah, and he was a teacher at the Oak Park School Districts. The guy was awesome.
Well, I'm glad that teacher didn't fuck you. With that being said, special education teacher charged with molesting a 15-year-old student claims that the teen sent the texts to himself from her phone to blackmail her. It wasn't me. It was the one-armed man.
Then that school needs to be looked at for fraud if he was smart enough to do that.
Yeah.
Because he shouldn't be in special ed then.
If he's in special education, you're really, you're literally going to try to pin it on the retard.
They're diverting funds.
Wow.
Waricon.
She claimed that she was set up and blackmailed by the alleged victim and was targeted because she was good looking. Okay, I guess.
How many?
Maybe.
Not really.
I mean, in this, you look like you've been soaked in cat urine.
But listen, here's the thing.
What is a mugshot?
Men,
you're a mugshot.
Historically, if you get caught doing shit like this, you're going to get basically crucified.
Yeah, and there will be no benefit of the doubt articles like this.
No. You're done. You are going to the front of the line for
prison.
Jail.
Yeah,
you're going to prison.
Yeah, I mean,
and you don't do well in prison with that stuff.
No.
Yeah, big boy pound me in the ass prison.
Nope.
I mean, when Brett Kavanaugh was accused by a woman who had no witnesses, no consistency, no nothing.
30 years later.
30 years after the fact.
30 plus years after.
In the lamestream media, minus the controlled opposition lamestream media like Fox, did anybody come to his defense?
No.
Nope.
Did anybody even think about publishing anything like this, even though it would just look like a flimsy excuse?
It had nothing even to do with defense. There was just no due process. It was just automatic guilt. There's nothing here. Man, bad. Somebody said something.
Dare you win?
Here, I don't know. Where do you do the text? Where do you send it? Was it at school?
All right, this woman is fairly attractive. This is insane.
Yeah,
it really is. She could. I mean, she is good looking enough. She could go out and get a dude
anytime,
easily. She's 28 years old as of the time of the incident.
She's not unattractive.
Yeah.
No.
Wow.
Oh.
There's something else going on.
It gets better.
Stand by.
Gets better.
All
but
right.
I got to throw that in there. Oh boy. Get ready for this one.
All right.
Newly revealed text. This is literally the same day. This first article, the one where she has her excuse published, 1:23 a.m. March 19th. 8:38 p.m. March 19th. Newly revealed text shows skin-crawling messages married Illinois teacher allegedly sent the 15-year-old student that she's accused of rapaying. I love having sex with you. Skin-crawling messages.
Wow.
And police say it is proof that she assaulted the boy.
Yeah. She's
now 30. Hilarious. A special education teacher at Downers Grove, South.
Downers Grove.
Moving on. Okay.
All right. So
I love you so much, Mama. The boy sent Formella in one text.
Has she been convicted yet?
No. This is all allegedly, of course.
Okay.
But, it's hilarious. They took the messages as evidence that Formella has engaged in an inappropriate relationship with her student and was molesting him for over 2 years ago. A protracted assault that allegedly began during a classroom tutoring session in December of 2023 and continued until the boy eventually ended it. So how many times was he supposed to steal her phone during this time period to send these messages? I'm just asking for a friend here.
Yeah, and you know what?
Wow.
They're going to go easy on her because the kid was 15 and she's a woman and she's fairly attractive.
Now, this is the interesting part. She claims that he broke into her phone to do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Police arrested Formella in her Chicago suburb Sunday. They found writings in her phone's Notes app, which implies that not only was she aware that the messages were sent, she copied and pasted and saved them.
There you go.
It's kind of hard to try to pin it on the retard after that. Okay?
Pin it on the penis.
Pin the fail on the retard is not a game.
That's going in the book.
Wow.
So bad.
I was framed. Yeah, whatever, Roger Rabbit.
I'll see you in hell next to the keg.
Puts the lotion in the basket.
Not a good game.
And she's married, of course. So
Remember we did the Wango Tango episode?
Oh, you were. I've never seen you that drunk before, man.
And
Wow.
well, first of all, we put it off for as long as we possibly could.
Well, it's because you couldn't do it. You're like, I just can't do it. And then finally, like, look, episode 400's coming up. Bring me the notes.
That's exactly what he
right.
goes. Listen,
Bring me the notes.
Enough of your pussy excuses. Bring me the notes. And it was this thick.
You have no idea how
I'm
long
like,
it took
oh my
me to.
God.
I had to boil all that down to like the greatest tits. And then try to figure it all in an order, and then to the point where it's like, okay, fine, like we have an order here, we can do this. I basically wrote the script for you, and I was like, just come on in, we got this, we're okay, we'll joke, we'll drink, it'll be fine. 1 hour in, he's laying there with the dog bed rolled under his head. I just can't do it, man. I just can't do it. You gonna be able to drive home? I'll be fine in a little while. We still have like another hour to go. Fuck me, don't say that.
That was a tough one.
It was a very tough one
because I am not. If you harm children,
it's hard as a parent. It's hard to joke about that.
I will fuck you up.
Well, you're putting a dent in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you do that, something should happen to you.
Yeah.
And like I said, we all used to agree that children were the one line that you
Don't
never cross.
fucking cross.
Now, on a side note, were there any women in your high school that were teachers or even substitute teachers that you would have banged?
I went to an all guys high
Stand
school.
by.
That's not a
I'm
fair
asking
question.
Stand by.
No wonder you're so gay.
Oh, go fuck yourself.
One.
And I've talked about it before. The psychology teacher who, she was like 24 at the time, so it wasn't even really an age gap. I was like, oh, wow, you're really.
There were two.
But then as soon as I found out that she used to bang my cousin, I was like, okay, you're persona non nookie.
Yeah.
Now you're like big sister.
My buddy Pete banged one of them too when he was 18. I was like, you son of a bitch.
Pete Oscar Mayer Wiener.
Yeah. Hey, don't dox him. But yeah. That was and he came back, he's like, yeah, it was some good shit. I'm like, shut up, I don't want to hear this stuff. And she was like 23, 24.
Yeah.
She was pretty hot.
Oh shit, man. My advanced math teacher my sophomore year married somebody from my senior class. Apparently, they met when she was like a sophomore or a junior or something. They secretly dated. Well, which means everyone but the faculty knew through high school, and then they made it official after she graduated.
So, Dave,
they're married, from what I understand.
I have to say, since you've been gone for so long and you're gay, which one of
I
those
am
male
not
teachers did you want to bang in the pooter hole?
All right, let's see. Actually, no. Seventh.
His name was
grade.
Mr. Taint.
No, man, fuck yourself. Oh my God. Oh, there was a dick.
Everyone got
Shit,
fucked.
I got it. You hit me. You got me. No. 7th grade. My skills for adolescence teacher.
Denied.
Yeah, she was all right, but then it was an all guys school, but there was like 4 female teachers in there. But I think at that point
it's okay.
But yeah, the band lady.
It's okay if you're gay.
She was all right.
As long
Go
as you know
fuck
we're
yourself.
not on the menu.
So
you do you, man.
God
Don't ask,
damn it.
don't tell.
I don't even know. I don't even know. This is ridiculous.
I'm sorry. We're gonna fuck.
Go do a little bit of
because you were
yoga.
gone so long.
Go
you
do a little bit of
cranny
yoga.
fuck.
All of a sudden, you're a cocksucker. This is bullshit.
you are fined 1 homo suspicion point for violation of the Man Code Morality Statute.
All right.
It's homo confirmed now.
Okay. You have to fill out. You need to fill out in triplicate a hurt feelings report.
Hurry up.
And
it wasn't my fault. I was just helping Mr. Raider clean out the drains in the shared showers.
Should we just give that to the I don't give a fuck? Submit that to I don't give a fuck board.
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck board.
That'd be fine. Sorry if you guys are upset, but
and the consequence, go fuck yourself.
listen, if you're a member of the regiment, everyone gets fucked with.
They do indeed.
That's just the way it is.
Exactly.
But
But it's actually serious when we talk about Blake being gay.
He's married.
It's a good cover.
got my dick sucked this morning.
He's right. Hey,
What was his name?
Stop. And I got nothing. All right. First of all, that piece of tail up there is way too expensive.
It's very, very much expensive.
Yeah.
All right. We've already been over this, Dave. Just saying. I asked you about the dicks on the wall and how many you choke on. You said none. It's because you're a pro. All right.
Walked right into it. All right.
With
I got nothing.
All gayness aside.
Let's
okay?
continue on.
All gayness aside, one of my favorite copiums from the modern wahmen, of course, is that that there's no such thing as rapé when it comes from a woman.
Nope.
And we've heard this countless times. Most of them are smart enough not to commit it to the printed word, though. And apparently over at Medium, they're stupid enough to not only commit it to the printed word, but keep it around for almost 5 years. So, yeah, here it is. Women can't rapé men.
Yep.
Now, this would be stupid enough on its own if it didn't just get much, much worse. You don't even have to go far. You just scroll down. And then buried in the article, about how many paragraphs is this? 1, 2, 3. We'll count the bullet points as 4, 5, 6. Now, most people are only going to read probably through the checklist here, right? Because they do not have the attention span. Women can totally rapé men. Oh, they do, actually. In Nairobi, Kenya, it's become custom that rich ladies from the north of Europe go there, buy houses, have male partners that satisfy them, and in exchange, they let these men live in the houses they bought in Nairobi with their family while they are away. This, even if it sounds like an agreement, is rapé because these guys aren't in a position to decline sex. Okay, if it's an agreement, it's not rapé.
No, yeah.
Just like, these women who go out and prostitutelage themselves and then say, well, I had to let the guy rapé my body. No, you accepted money for a service that you provided, but thank you for playing.
But the thing is they've been playing with the word salad.
Yep.
And watering down the actual definition of that word.
Oh, I know. It gets better.
Back in the day, you got hung for that.
Mm-hmm.
Rightfully so.
Yes. As opposed to just, meeting up with these stupid women who think that it's rapé if you're not hung.
Yeah.
They are aware that through prostitution, they can highly increase their family life's quality. This sucks, should be illegal, and it's highly fucked up. It's not okay because they can't decline. Okay, so you're trying to say now that sex work is work, but prostitution is rapé?
Yes.
But it's also work.
So which is it? I don't get it.
But being a landlord totally isn't work. But sex work is, even though it's actually rapé, because prostitution is sex work, and therefore sex work is rapé.
Yeah, this is hurting my brain already.
What?
Do you see how
don't do it. Don't do it again.
See how stupid you have to be a modern third wave feminist.
It's not even a circle. Wow. It's not even circular logic. It's like a zigzag all over.
She debunks her own argument so thoroughly to the point where it hurts.
That you can't.
Wow. Yeah.
I think I thought of like a butterfly or something for a second with that twist.
She even says, so was this clickbait? Well, in a way, I agree a woman can rapé a man. However, the social situation... Now, see, if you have to change the agreed-upon definition of a word to make your point,
then it's not.
You're wrong.
Well, this is what comes down... this is what's come out from My Truth versus The Truth.
Yeah.
Well, however...
I love it. Women as an oppressed group, even though they're not, cannot rapé men an oppressing group. No. When you're talking about the average everyday person, women have more legal rights than men in the West. Full stop. Factual, not opinion. It's done.
Yeah.
What's the name? I forget the name of it. There's a tax code that if the business is 51% female owned, there's a tax break to it.
Yeah.
Yes.
That sounds like, what's that word that I hear the leftoids throwing around? Privilege.
I think 65%. I think the universities are like, what? It's like 64% female.
Amazing. Yeah.
Something.
Yeah, it's like 2/3 female.
So.
Although now, what does that even mean anymore?
Well, I'd like to see what the majors are.
Well,
because in the past 100 years, the types of work people and people, they really haven't changed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
So.
And the bottom line is, Never ever listen to what a modern woman says. If her lips are moving, or even if she's typing on a computer, apparently, she is lying like a mattress actress.
Well, hang on. This has been mentioned in all of the good books.
Wow.
You don't let women in positions of authority. It's written in the Bible. It's written
Yes.
in all the good books.
That's why when I see like women
Because-
preachers, I'm like, you're literally a contradiction of your own faith standing up there.
Yeah, they're ruled by emotion.
Yeah.
They truly are. And like sometimes these women will get so angry or so worked up that they literally ignore reality, logic, and reason.
And a lot of men play into it and they shut down.
Because
And
they're
they just,
dick thinking. Yeah.
yeah, and
Ugh. What's another thing that women love to say, especially when what is one lie that you heard over and over again that single mothers tell their sons?
I love you.
What?
Women want
man, that was bad, wasn't it? That
Nice guy.
a nice guy.
which is bullshit.
Women want a nice guy.
They use a nice guy. They respect men with boundaries, but the problem is the conflicts come.
Introducing, and we missed this one when it happened this last year, Wade Wilson, a.k.a. the Deadpool Killer. Murdered 2 women for the sake of killing and is now being flooded with messages from lovesick fangirls, even though his face looks like a boiled testicle.
It's hybristophilia, man.
There you go.
Who's that one guy? Was it Manson?
Yeah, Manson, too.
Yeah, he like had pillowcases of fan mail that
Yep.
would arrive every month for him.
Didn't he get married in prison? And I
I
think,
think so.
Richard Ramirez, Bundy, all of them.
Bundy, yeah.
They all have. It's called hybristophilia. It's like it's a sexual compulsion for wanting violent, locked up criminals.
Well, there has to be an evolutionary component to it.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, he can protect me. No, you're the first one who's going to die.
He'll
If
kill
shit
you.
gets bad. Just saying. He has received nearly 4,000 messages in prison, many from misguided women who have also sent him spicy photos. According to public records, authority had to reject 163 inappropriate photos. But they want a nice guy. Yeah.
They're probably showing their baby sacks and their Bermuda Triangle life-sucking leech face vagina.
I'm just saying, if you're a relationship dude, you want to go out there and you want to find a good woman, the biggest mistake that you can make is caring before somebody's earned it.
Right. If you want
won't care.
serious over casual, depends upon the relationship. Casual versus serious.
You need to treat every woman like what they would treat you like in modern day as an option. As soon as you treat them like a necessity, you're out on your ass.
They're like, ew. And they're on video saying that.
Yes.
It's a big ew.
Oh, these women, they will encourage their man to be vulnerable to them, right? Oh, you can talk to me about anything, baby. Oh, you go right
That's
ahead.
a lie.
And then as soon as he cries, Sahara Desert down there. And it's over.
Cry? What, you guys, why would you do that?
I'm just saying, it does happen. Okay, you know what happened the first time you had to put down a dog, so I don't even want to hear about it.
Okay, that's a
Gay
little bit of
homo
thing
fag.
called misty-eyed, and that is different.
Oh, that's just what happens the first time you take it in the pooper, Dave.
Oh,
Here's the thing.
Damn it, cock again.
Like men have a natural, basically default setting where we will if your dog dies, family member dies, best friend dies, something along those lines, and you cry, most men will be like, all right, let's move over here. All right, get out of your system.
There's some acceptable times.
All right, drive on now, motherfucker.
Yeah.
But the minute you cry in front of a woman,
it's done.
even if your mother drops dead right in front of you, and you fall into tears in front of your woman, she's literally going to never look at you the same.
Yeah. Yep. We got a guy in the chat just now. Arvero said, I cried at her mother's funeral, and it went downhill from there.
Correct. And let me tell you something.
You can't even show them compassion and have it not bite you in the ass.
Yeah. The effort to maintain what these women actually want is just not worth it anymore.
No, because in order for you to know what they want, they have to know what they want. Okay, so and most of them don't. So that's why listening to them is pointless.
Well, do they not know, or do they? I mean, like this goes back to like the casual versus serious, because there's some people that are casual and there's some people that are serious, and I think a lot of I think more people are casual than not.
Yeah.
And
in today's day and age.
Yep, and I
you'd be
think a
correct.
lot of casual people want to be serious or say they're serious and not, and then and then the serious people, like, you know, when they're serious, it's just that's more few and far between.
So
now.
the word salad that just vomited out of your mouth is women
Yeah.
don't know what the fuck they want.
No, they really
All right.
don't.
Well, when you have chronic options,
Chronic options.
like, I mean, when you're just like when things are catered to you, you know, option after option, you know.
Yeah.
So I mean, and then like if some go or whatever, like, is it like, are they really upset that you're going, or is it like you know what I mean? Like, it's not really upset that they're losing you. It's like they're losing that sense of I guess, like, control
or money
or
or benefits,
control, power, sense of like value. Maybe there's things you bring, but like if you're an option and that option goes, they're losing something from that. Kind of, it's the same concept that women always talk about with men when they have multiple, like, he's got all these bitches in his rotation and shit like that. It's the same thing.
Yeah, but the thing is, most modern women haven't, well, a lot of modern women, I would say most, a lot of modern women have flat out admitted they would rather share the high value guy than have the simp all to themselves.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't think
called
many
a simp out.
Yeah, I don't think many want to be like with just one and all that anymore.
And that's where stories like this come from. This just happened to pop up in my feed one day, and I thought it was so disgusting that I had to grab it just to see what Pop's face would look like when I was done reading it. It's from a forum called Marriage Life Uncensored. I had my homeboy video me and my wife having it last night. She always wanted to make a vid, so I obliged. It was our first time, and it was kind of spontaneous, so we didn't have a camera set up with a tripod or no shit like that. I asked my homie to come video with my phone, and he said he would. He came over and started recording me licking on her breasts and general foreplay type stuff. Then I noticed he started jacking off when I was deep in the kitty. I didn't mind it because she was moaning, and I can understand how he was turned on by it. But after a while, I noticed he was about to nut, and my wife was kind of starting to dry out a little bit. You know, she's premenopausal. So when he busts his nut, I caught it in my hand, and I used it as a lube on my dick and kept fucking my wife.
Oh, God!
It felt so good to be lubed up, but I can't help but feel uneasy. Did I go too far? She didn't see me do it, but I feel gay as fuck. I kind of got caught up in the moment trying to satisfy her and giving him a show to remember too. I don't know what to do at this point. This shit's killing me.
Get the fuck out of here!
Fucking nuts.
Oh my God!
Exactly.
I think it's the accent that we're using is putting it over that's some ghetto shit right there.
Well, I mean, you can see the pictures of them at the top. I'm using the appropriate accent.
Oh, I know.
They're right up here.
Wow.
This is ghettofabulous.com over here.
Ghetto fabulous.
It just goes to show you, though, that women don't know what they want. And then when you try to figure it out, you just wind up making shit weird.
Yeah.
And even though I was making fun of chick preachers earlier, I'm going to have to turn it over to one because she nails it.
I know this one.
I've seen her before, too, yeah.
When I was in Iraq in 2004, I would hear her speaking.
Yeah.
And I thought she was so attractive by her voice. And then when I saw her in real life, I was like,
oh, Pop, you wouldn't give her a 4?
She's a 4.
Okay. Everybody's a 4. Everybody, that'd be you know how the liberals have that book, Everybody I Don't Like as a Nazi? Pop's book, Everybody I'm Not Attracted to is a 4.
But she's got like a Joker mouth in this.
I know. Whatever. Let's just listen to what she has to say. It is really damn funny.
They heard about the new store in New York City. It's called the Husband Store.
Oh, yeah.
And you can go there and shop for a husband. There's 6 floors in this store. You can only visit each floor one time, though. And each floor you go up, the value increases. You may choose any item from any particular floor, but you can go up a floor, but you cannot go back down. So there was a woman who went to the husband store to find herself a husband. On the first floor, the sign on the door read, "These men have jobs." That sounded good. These men have jobs.
Pretty good. Yeah.
Floor 2 says, "These men have jobs and love kids." Floor number 3 said, "These men have jobs, love kids, and are extremely good looking." Wow, she thought, this is sounding pretty good, but I'm compelled to go on to the next floor. Well, she does go to the 4th floor, and the sign reads, "These men have jobs, love kids, are drop dead, good looking, and they help with the housework." Oh, mercy me, she said. I can hardly stand it. Still, she said, I've got to go on. She went to the 5th floor. "These men have jobs, love kids, are drop dead, gorgeous, help with the housework, and have a very strong romantic streak." But she couldn't stand it. She decided she had to just find out what was on floor number 6. Floor number 6 said, "You are visitor 31,456. To this floor, there are no men on this floor. This floor exists solely as proof that women are impossible to please."
Absolutely correct.
Just saying. If immortality in the Garden of Eden wasn't good enough, what chance do you have?
That's absolutely correct.
Yeah. It is what it is. What are
I
you
don't
gonna
care who
do?
you are.
It is what it is.
Even if you are a bionic box licker, she's still going to look for something better.
No way.
Yep. Oh, she'll always keep options open, keep things from the past around, all that.
And also,
She'll
Yeah.
never fully commit. They
if
don't fully
you've
commit
ever
anymore.
been dumped or divorced or whatever, your girlfriend, wife, what have you, has already found your replacement because they almost never leave until they have secured that.
And that's
Yep.
why it's called monkey branching, because they never let go of this branch until they have a firm grip on the next one.
Yeah, absolutely correct.
Yeah. Dated quite a few women like that.
Yeah, and if you live long enough, like my age, you get to see exactly what happened to a lot of those women. Most of them,
It's
actually.
bad.
It's bad.
Sooner or later, they get too fat for the branches to hold their weight, and then they plummet.
And they wind up skinning the banana on their way down.
Yep.
Pull the skin right off it.
After you plummet, you have no choice but to slum it.
I don't know. I do have to say this, though. In my homo yoga stuff that you're talking about, there are some fucking hot smoking, like, into their 50-year-olds, man. I'm like, God damn. Like,
we never say that doesn't happen. Some
it
people
does,
win the
yeah.
lotto.
Woo.
Some people win the lotto.
Yeah.
Most of us don't.
Yeah.
But it's few and far between.
Very few and far between, yes.
But there's a few out there.
Listen, there's a few women like I remember when I just started editing weddings professionally. I was working in an office with another dude who smelled like cat piss. It wasn't the thrill of my existence. But I'm editing this video, and then I'm in the groom prep, and I'm watching what's going on in the room, and all of a sudden, this stunning fucking woman walks in wearing a sleeveless blue gown, and boom, and then she walks up, and then I realized they're watching the footage that it's his mom.
Wow.
And I was like, I threw my headphones and I was like, holy shit! And the guy who smells like cat piss, like, what? Who the hell is that? Like, that's his mom. He's like, what the fuck? She made the bride look like a homeless hobo with like a bleeding AIDS infested dick.
Yeah.
Or Dave's ex-boyfriend.
Sorry, you're getting
So
fucked.
gay. So gay.
So gay.
You're getting fucked with.
It's all right. You've been gone a while, man. I have to fuck.
I missed you guys.
Same here.
It was fun. It was fun.
Oh,
I don't have any
goodness
cocks to
gracious.
throw. That's seems
well,
unfair.
You
I feel like I'm in prison for the first time, and all the cocks are coming at me.
Well, that's kind of a...
Well, I mean, you did pray for a good time.
Fuck you.
savage beatdown.
God damn, that was rough.
That's what she said.
Nice.
But see, this is why I just don't like what StreamYard is doing. The StreamYard's just fucking up my bins. Like, I should be able to just go from graphic to graphic without having to constantly shuffle shit around and do this and that and blah blah blah. Oh, now it's working again. See how that works? It's fantastic. One graphic that you may not have seen yet, Dave. And I'm going to
Okay.
play it now because we have a
Okay.
few super chats to read here before we jump over to new tech. Let's check this out.
Oh, don't tell what you gotta say. Whatever it is, it's probably lame. If you want some advice and need some help, oh, how about you go F yourself? Go yourself, oh, F yourself.
The
That's
whole
good.
crew's in there.
That was
I
good.
dig it. I dig it.
That's a good one.
We got Shark Dentures over on YouTube says it's not an essay article without victimizing a man. There you go. Especially when it's a teacher. You almost never hear about dude teachers doing this shit.
Because, number one, they know they're going to get crucified.
Yeah. Upside down.
And they
Oh,
dare
Peter
not.
style.
They dare not even partake in anything.
Yeah. And it's not going to be anything that you can just, keep between you and the courts. It's going to be it's going to be a public affair. Everybody's going to know this. Project Redev. Sergeant, when you were a PFC, you mentioned you had to fight uphill to get to jump school and RASP too. Can you tell that story and how you succeeded?
Okay. Well, first of all, I got sent to Lakeland because my mother signed me into the Army Reserves first. So I went to basic AIT, came back, had to do a pack to go to active duty. I went to the recruiters and like, no, you're already school qualified. We're not going to send you Airborne Ranger. And then I'm like, fuck it, I'm not doing it. Yeah. Well, the guy's like, wait a minute. We'll send you to Fort Lewis, 9th Infantry Division, 2nd Ranger Battalion. It's just on the other side of the airfield. You just fill out your paperwork.
It'll be fun.
And you can go. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds easy. Okay. So I land, report into 9th Infantry Division, Bravo Company 347, walk right in the door like, I won't be here long. I'm going to be an Airborne Ranger. And they're like, oh, yeah, sure. I filled out over like an 8-month period. I filled out 3 4187s with the complete airborne physical, the swim test, the PT tests, the chin up, and then you have to have a 1 paragraph written by somebody in your chain of command recommending you, which my commander did, no problem. But I kept copies of all 3 of these. I got stuck going over to MFO in Egypt, Multinational Force Observer. Was there for just over 6 months. When I came back, I went to PAC, which is where they do all your paperwork back in the day. And I remember there's Master Sergeant had 1 gold tooth in the front of his face, black guy. And I'm like, I came in here and I filled 3 4187s out, and by regulation, I should get them back if they're denied. And he's like, well, that's maybe because they got filed in the circular file. And I was so fucking pissed that I literally like, okay. I walked down to JAG because I didn't know what to do. I walked down to JAG. It's like 2:30 in the afternoon on a Friday, and everyone on active duty knows by 3 o'clock, everyone's gone for the weekend. I walk in there and I'm like, I need to speak to a lawyer. And they're like, well, everyone's gone. They give me like this song, song and dance. And I finally had enough. And I kicked this garbage can full of paper across the room, and I yelled, fuck, at the top of my lungs. And down the hallway behind me, this one guy rolls out, another black guy. He's on the phone talking to his wife, Rear Guard 6. And he's like, yeah, I'll call you back.
Call you.
And he comes out, can I help you? I have the copies of the 4187s. I give it to him. He's like, ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah, I'm going to be late. Sorry. All right. We go in his car back to the PAC. He walks in there and goes, get your battalion commander. Nobody's leaving until we find what happened to this guy's 3 4187s. This officer started an IG complaint and went all the way up the chain. And luckily for me, Command Sergeant Major Kidd, before I went to MFO, I was his driver for like a month. So he knew my name. There's not too many pops, at least back in the day. And it came across his desk, and they're like, I know that guy, Pop. What's going on? And right there at the general's briefing table, because the sergeant major, he looks over at this second lieutenant and goes, we're taking your airborne slot. We're giving it to this Pop guy. And everyone's like, you can't do that. He's like, shut the fuck up. And the general's like, hey, Sergeant Major says, fuck it. He's getting the airborne slot. So they had no choice but to send me to airborne school. But I found out that they're going to put me on levy for Korea. And you're there for a minimum of 1 year, sometimes 2. And I was all upset because I didn't want to go to Korea. I want to be an airborne ranger. My roommate, who was a former airborne ranger, goes, all you got to do is get a letter of acceptance from Sergeant Major Leon Guerrero. So I try to get I try to talk to him. I call. Every time I call up there, the ranger's like, fuck you, leg. And they hang up the phone. One day, 3 days before I go to airborne school, it's just after dinner, walk by the bank of phones, drop in a quarter, call HHC at the 2nd Ranger Battalion, and Sergeant Major Leon Guerrero answers the phone. And I'm like, hey, I need a letter of acceptance. I want to do an interview. And he's like, well, can you get here now? And I'm like, I don't have a car. And he goes, well, tomorrow I'm going on deployment and won't be back for 3 weeks. I'm like, okay, hang up the phone. I run all the way around the airfield in boots, BDUs and boots.
Ooh.
Run up on him in his car as he's putting the key in the lock. Doesn't ask me one fucking question. We just walk in there. Here's your letter of acceptance. And when I went to airborne school, after my 4th jump, I walked into Ranger Regiment and said, I want to be an airborne ranger. And they're like, fuck you, leg. La, la, la. And I pulled out the letter of acceptance. Sergeant Major Leon Guerrero says I can be an airborne ranger. The rest is history.
Boom.
But yeah, if you want something, you're going to have to fight uphill. And you're going to have to deal with people fucking slinging shit at you, trying to hold you back. Fuck those guys. If you really want it, you can make it fucking happen. And that applies to anything in life. You can do it.
Oh.
And I was just a purple belt in administrative violence back then.
Oh, times there are changing.
Yeah.
And another quick reminder, Administrative Violence Working Man Survival Guide, now on sale forever. $50 for both. Linktree in the Meat Gazer box.
Yes. And it has worked. People have used it and got positive results.
Damn right. I love getting those emails too. Like, dude, I used the administrative violence. Fuck that shit up. Shark Denture is wrong, Blake. Always listen to what women say and how they say it when they aren't talking to you. That is an important distinction. They always telling themselves eventually. You're damn right. Yeah, that is one of my favorite things, or used to be one of my favorite things to do on a date. I just let them talk and talk and talk, and like you just have to look like you're engaged, and sooner or later they will say something to incriminate themselves. Sharpshooter James, AYO, Return of the Closeted Crayon Cruncher. I must mean AO, Return of the Closeted Crayon Cruncher. Speaking of British cigarettes on the down low, when are you going to talk about all the dumb 304s being duped by that Sisson dude? Oh, the dude who's pretending to be straight and pretending to be an independent thinker when really he's a paid shill for the DNC. Yeah.
Who's this guy?
That 19-year-old cock knocker on TikTok, Harry Sisson.
Harry Sisson, yeah, he's.
We've had it. We've looked at videos of his on the show before.
Okay. Yeah, he's been brought up before. He's
a twat.
I'm bad with names.
He is gonna probably videotape his future wife getting railed by 3 guys for a Chatterbait episode.
Like I kid you not, that's
what's gonna happen.
He makes David Hogg look like the man in the relationship.
Like he has a little bit of masculinity.
David
2%.
Hogg.
Hey, Harry Sisson, power bottom. Not even that.
I like it.
Hogg's going hogging for power bottom.
He's the kind of dude who would literally become a plumber in San Francisco just to beat the odds. Well, I figure if I bend over in front of enough sinks, somebody will snake my drain.
Yeah, some of the backtrack. That's fucked up.
That's
really bad.
Come on,
but it's true
and so unhygienic.
I'm barely legal.
So dirty. Oh, it's butt stuff. That's gross.
Yeah.
Only slams.
People do.
I'm anti butt stuff, man. That's how I know I can't be gay. I'm anti butt stuff.
I'm very anti butt stuff as well.
I'm not into the butt stuff.
Neither am I.
Neither am I.
I said the one time that it happened to me was by total accident. and it was because the chick had a rather rotund bootay, and let's just say that there was no need for additional lubrication. She was
stuff got slickery.
I mean, it is kind of a design flaw. Those holes are only a few millimeters apart, after all. That's why, if you're going to 69 the chick, you better make sure she's got a bidet or is a good wiper or she just showered. I'm just saying, because sooner or later, shit happens. Just get cozy down there. Huh?
Slickery.
Just thinking about it makes me feel like having an anal evacuation.
Stop it.
What? Well, here's a question. It's only 9:00. Uh-oh. Big Chad the Mad Lad must want everyone to drink. I'm just going to play the clip and then I will read the chat. Where is it? Where it is?
There, I said it. Bolsheviks. Bolsheviks. Now drink.
Bolsheviks is 3 times. It's supposed to be the...
Bolshevik, Bolshevik, Bolshevik. Now drink and show me the matching battle dwarf video. Your wish is my command, Big Chad the Mad Lad. Thank you very much.
It's the... what is it? The one where he... Beetlejuice one.
Beetlejuice. Yeah. Oh, is there one for like that in here?
There should be.
I'll have to look it up.
All right.
I don't remember if I saw that one. We did have an old email here that I just happened to look up. It kind of fits in with tonight. It was a response to the episode Classic Mistakes Modern Women Make. And it comes to us from LifeSave number 426. Your mistakes modern women make short was damned hilarious. Takes me back to the eve of my own impending divorce. Now, the day I was issued a number, I mentioned that my reasoning for divorcing the ex was to protect her from what I was about to do. But she initiated it. Her reasonings had nothing at all to do with any of that. And she knew I was about to turn 8 people's homes into a gas chamber. She would have tried to stop me. In fact, her not just saying, we should divorce, was what kept those pieces of shit safe. And in all honesty, the likely only reason we're not on bad terms now is because she did her best in her capacity as my own daughter's stepmother to provide mothering for her in absence of my own kids. Good for jack shit, mother. You have a type, sir. She didn't have to do that. She could have very easily said, fuck this shit, I'm out. However, her reasoning was because she thought I was cheating on her. No, they say that to excuse the wretched shit that they do.
Correct.
And all I can say is this, I nearly did. And the closer I got to doing it, the harder it became. I loved her and felt like she didn't love me back. In my letter to you two, Blake had mentioned she might have been one of the better ones. And well, I think when you read this, Blake, you'll see that she wasn't like your wife in the end. Well, I didn't think she was anything like my wife. I'm just saying, like, she didn't have to be a good stepmom to your daughter when shit hit the fan. What sealed it for her was, one night about T-minus 1 month from D-Day, one of my gaming friends drunk called me in the middle of the night, and this was a woman, mind you, giving me all the details about her life that I am not going to repeat here, but were things that she never would have told me sober. Yeah, this is a woman who knows she doesn't have platonic male friends and, just keeps them all around for that 11, 15, itch that she would like to have internally scratched, if you know what I mean. About how she wanted me to slip her the 10D all the way down to the bools. And mind you, I didn't want any more trouble at home. I told her to go to sleep, talk about this when you sober up. Well, the wife heard the call and made the assumption that call was from a lover, and we all know when you make ass-umptions, you make an ass out of you and some guy named Umptions, which really has nothing to do with me at all. That was her excuse. The truth, from my false sexual harassment accusations, it made me a pariah in my community, and everyone found out about it. Getting rehired anywhere local was impossible. Despite me putting in hours and days and tons of research into looking for another job, it just wasn't happening. She was of the impression that I wasn't doing anything. I was also a college student, again, going for an engineering degree because I design things, and I always have. Even 40 years ago when I was 10, my mom kept buying me erector sets. Better than erection sets. Yeah. That's a very Oedipal thing. And I had to have had enough of those things, and even I had some of the motorized ones. I made some incredible shit with them. Any slut. It all boiled down to, you lost your job, and now it's time to lose everything else you care about. To her credit, she never believed the false accusations. Well, that's a plus.
Okay.
She just made up some of her own.
Wow.
I don't believe what they said about you, but you cheated on me. You walking eggplant. If you two could see who cast those allegations, you would know I wouldn't have touched any of those whores with Riggs's dick, much less my own. Every last one of them was a fat, ugly whore, including 2 coal burners, and that's a deal breaker for me. All those things for clarity. She also never understood the uphill fight against the kangaroo courts, the corporations either. And until you faced it, you never truly know. They're even less fair than family and divorce courts. They should be outlawed, and those who advocate for it put to the sword. Those who advocate for it have no choice but to die. So they're also breaking a commandment at the same time.
That's not a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah. You remember that Florida bitch who stood up in front of the state legislature and said, there is no proof saying that 2 parents are in a child's best interest.
Wow.
Except all of them.
Except
There's
literally
a whole bunch
all of
of
them.
empirical evidence, but sure, you feel it, so why not?
Yeah, let's just disregard all the crime stats.
I don't care about facts or anything like that. How can I twist it?
Yeah. Facts, those are those things, that pieces of paper that come over the phone line, right?
Listen, your facts are alternating reality, not to my benefit, so I don't like them. So I'm going to dismiss them.
Oh! In this letter is an attachment of a meme that I sent to the ex via text. I made this one, by the way, specifically for her. Yeah, I took a shocked Pikachu face clip from the Detective Pikachu movie, whatever the fuck it was called, I forget, and I got the shocked Pikachu face. And it says, my face when a wife who hasn't put out for 3 years discovers her husband cheated on her. And she didn't even get it, that I was slamming her for being a frigid Quantaha in our marriage.
Actually, a sexless marriage is a slow motion divorce.
Yes,
Yep.
It is. And a sexless marriage usually means that you're the only one not getting sex.
Mm-hmm.
The man. Just
Any relationship, really. Intimate relationship.
She sends a reply, well, if they weren't putting out for their husbands for that long, they're probably being a whore and getting it somewhere else. Think about it. To be fair, I didn't just pull that 3-year thing out of my ass. I did that on purpose, just like I do with everything. Well, if anything is up your ass, you should remove it with
immediately.
Yeah, with prejudice, extreme prejudice. I'm just saying. And that's why you should never get back together with your ex, because that's like taking an MRE shit and then trying to shove it back in. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Just saying. It's a bad idea.
There's people who've remarried their ex-wives and husbands.
Yeah, those guys are double idiots.
Yeah, that's a double dose of dumbass.
It's an idiot squared.
Yes, it is. Idiota. It's an idiota 10t to the second power. Ugh. She didn't give me any affection for 3 years. And while she would say, it was because of what happened at work when you lost your job. 1, 2, 3. Bullshit! It was happening longer than that. When you have a girlfriend that you bang regularly and sucks your diaka all the way to completion every day, whether you want it or not, marry her and immediately see all those things fall to the wayside. It is then you realize the sex was to get the ring. And after that, you're fucked. Figuratively, not literally.
You inoculated her with wedding cake. Big mistake.
Or at least it was in my case, he says. It was almost like she thought she won and no longer needed to care if I had wandering eyes, which I didn't. I'm the sort of man who never shares his women with anyone, not even another woman, and I'm perfectly content with hitting the same snatch in perpetuity. Anyhow, that conversation went a direction she didn't want it going. I kept track of when I last got my diaka wet, and I'll say this now to any of the women who hate watch pop culture. Take notes, ladies. If you need a calendar to track the last time you banged your husband, you deserve to get fucked around on. I'm not saying it's right, though I will say I condone it, and for fuck's sakes, guys, don't get caught or knock a bitch up if you do.
I think you should just change the divorce laws to at fault and let guys divorce as opposed to cheat.
Yeah.
Like my uncle, I think that my aunt and my uncle stayed together solely for money. He never left because of that. And I see those two, and like removing myself as a family member and looking at it objectively, I just feel really sad for both of them. It's just really, really sad. They were those types that I did it on paper.
Yeah.
I did it on paper.
Yeah.
Fine.
And
I just wanted good insurance.
It's kind of sad. And, that's most people.
Yeah, it is most people.
I cannot condone cheating in any way, shape, or form.
I can't either.
I've been there, done that, got the t-shirt. It fucking sucked. Just leave.
Yeah.
That's right.
And there are states where if you can prove infidelity of any kind or a frigid marriage, it's done.
Yeah.
Everybody walks away with what they have and not a penny more.
Once they cheat or they start like talking to they go like starting to the past or keeping the options around, it's just the attention is diverted from you.
Yep.
I get it. But like when I did my research and I've looked into what my ex was doing, she was literally getting a forest of cock run through that wood chipper.
6 to 8 inches at a time.
Yeah, and there's no coming back from that.
Nope.
Nah. No, it's like I said with my ex-wife. Once I found out for certain, I was just like, I got it. It's like I didn't even hate her or resentful. It's just like I'm legitimately
done.
I don't want to fuck you anymore. Good luck to you. Take care. Sayonara.
Stand by. What's going on? You're making that face.
Well, you've been using that metaphor for years to describe your ex, and this is the first time that my brain took the extra step into the weeds to say, I hope he didn't eat the mulch as it came out.
No, wasn't me, but it was probably somebody else.
It's dirty and full of wood. Minerals.
A couple people at the same time. Don't get him sued.
I don't want to get him sued, man. He continues, just because I, in the end, didn't cheat, that doesn't make me some fucking hero. Actually, it make you the opposite of a fucking hero.
It's respectable.
That makes me a tool and a fool. On the 1 year since I last got a piece, I just point blank asked her, are you banging somebody else? And she said she wasn't, and I believe her now, because if she did, she'd have admitted it to me by now. No, you are sorely mistaken.
Yeah,
Unless you have hardcore evidence, no pun intended, or you catch them in the act, it's never happening.
Yep. When you know, you know.
To this day, my horse chick still will not admit that she cheated. And I caught her.
Yep.
I had the evidence. I literally talked to the dude who was she was cheating on me with. And we just never had sex. I'm like,
get the hell out of here.
Fuck off.
All right.
Amazing. When she followed it up with, there's only one person who would ask that. Bullshit, woman. I'll tell you someone who might want to know besides someone who is cheating and just hopes you are too. Someone who hasn't seen his own wife's pussy for so long, he doesn't remember what the fucking thing even looks like. The beauty of it was, phrasing, when I sent her that meme, it forced her to say, you know what, I fucked up. Yeah, you did. And you realized it about 15 years too damn late. At any rate, it was Valentine's Day 2010, and the last time I cared about another woman. I was 37 then, so at least I wasn't like 17. And that particular Hallmark holiday, I had a whole keg of offs for it to fuck.
Nice.
And thanks to Battledore for adding that shit to my lexicon.
I like it.
I'm off.
All right, we're going to go to break because I got to piss.
We are going to take a break. We got a couple more super chats that came here on YouTube, and then we'll take a break from the YouTube end of things. Jimmy Bones, if you can start pasting those links in there, I would appreciate it. Sorry, I forgot to send those to you earlier. I had a very busy day.
All right, knock them out. I got to go.
And I'll be out. I'll be back April 10th. I'll come by.
Oh, Dave's taking off too.
I was doing
say your final words now then,
real
Dave.
quick. I was doing a lot of subclasses and things going on, and then I'm traveling with my daughter, and then I got an orientation thing. I'll be back soon. I've missed everybody. I hope everybody's doing well, you fucking homos. Sean St. George, I saw what you fucking wrote up there. I was trying to get to you. Fucking DM me, bro. It was great. I love you, man. All you go fuck yourself. Great to see everybody. I'll see you soon. And stay on your purpose. Follow your path. Protect your peace at all means.
Yes.
All right.
Damn right.
Gentlemen, stay up. I'll talk to you soon.
And now it's just May. That's kind of weird. That's fine, though. What do we got here? We got Goomba Gary. Blake, I'm sending you a 1964 Vietnamese dong tomorrow. I know how much you love them. Well, at least you can send that first class. You don't have to worry about sending it you penis S. Big Chad the Mad Lad. Pop was right, and Blake's memory looks like me. It qualifies to collect retirement. It's the Beetlejuice video with Battle Dwarf. Now show that or Hillary. Oh, Beetle Dwarf. Yeah, I see it now. Boom. Bolsheviks.
No, don't say it.
Bolsheviks.
No, please stop.
Bolsheviks.
It's showtime. Bolsheviks, baby. Everyone drink.
Everybody drink. All right, and while we're drinking, actually, before you drink, go empty your squirrel bladders, and we'll be back in just about 5 minutes. Enjoy the tunes, and be careful of the cruise. Yeah.